Well, hello, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. We're very pleased to say we've been joined by Peter Green and his Splinter Group, are part of it. Good morning, fellas. How you doing?
Morning.
So let's introduce you. So we've got Peter here, we've got Nigel,
Watson, yeah,
and we've got Roger.
Roger Cutler.
And you're all armed with guitars this morning. So we're going to have the full three-man guitar sound.
Yeah, we've been busking outside earlier. We thought we'd bring them in.
How'd you do? Get any money?
£1.
and a sandwich.
A sandwich and a black coffee. It's great. It's great to have you all here. It really is. I was delighted when I heard that you had the new album coming out and we got it sent in here. It's been quite a journey, hasn't it, Peter? Of course.
Journey?
For you.
Well, from Surrey to London.
No, you know what I mean. You know full well what I mean, sir.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, it's been quite a journey. Yeah, I guess so. You could put it. You could say that. Yeah.
Because let's see, for people who might not, I'm sure everyone, just about most radio listeners will know, but of course you were you played many years ago. You were the founder member of Fleetwood Mac.
I think I was, yeah. I don't know whether I'll actually end up being that, or it don't mean that the first person was the founder member. I was the first member to my knowledge.
Right.
But Mike Vernon is quite a tricky customer. He told me Jeremy Spencer. He put me in touch with Jeremy Spencer. But I got a funny feeling it's Jeremy Spencer's group.
So Jeremy Spencer, now it's your group, Peter. Everyone's here shaking their head saying no.
You're stuck with it.
You're stuck with that whether you like it or not.
Funny, but it might be.
It might be Jeremy's group.
Yeah, or even Danny, the last one to join.
You're making these names up now.
He comes in last. He comes in last. He's got blonde hair,
You're just trying to absolve yourself of all responsibility.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're not going to blame you for Drum, don't we? What was it called, Drum, that album? What was the Fleetwood Mac album after Rumours?
What are you looking at me for?
What was it called, the one after?
Tusk.
Tusk, there you go. We won't hold you responsible for Tusk, don't worry, and there's nothing to do with you. Tell us about the new... So what actually prompted you to get back and start playing again and form a new band?
I didn't do it this time. Nigel did it. More Nigel and his sisters did it this time. Nigel's sister was wife of Clifford Davis, who was a manager, Fleetwood Mac manager when I was with them, and she got in touch with me and invited me down to her place in Surrey for a week, for a weekend or something. She'd separated from her second husband, and she's wanted to, I don't know, expose her private life over there.
You're giving us, she's outside there.
Anyway, she invited me down and told Nigel that I was there. He came over, he lived a few miles away with his second wife. And
That was the second one.
second wife, husband, and anyway, yeah, Nigel will tell you better than me.
You're going to have to slow down some. Now I'm beginning to sketch out a family tree here, I've decided. So I'm writing down a list of wives and connections.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But it's, are you surprised at the amount of interest there is, at the amount of enthusiasm there is?
I'm not aware of the amount of interest. I'm so busy making sure, hoping that it's going to be a little bit sort of better than it might have been if I hadn't have put a bit of time in, as well as walking about being famous,
Because the period where you were, shall we say, lying fallow, the period when you were away from the business, is it true that you forgot how to play, that you'd kind of lost
I didn't play, I didn't forget how to play, I don't know, I mean, I didn't forget what I knew, but I know a lot more now than I did then.
Right.
When I stopped, I didn't know so much. I was a minor key fanatic. I only liked minor key. I wasn't taught that. I didn't couldn't get my rocks off on the major key. So I mean, that's my main problem. But now I'm studying them equally now.
So that's why you stopped playing?
They need each other badly, so...
You see, being someone who doesn't play an instrument, it's sort of so strange to hear someone saying that they would have a problem playing a certain key and that would... I would just be very happy if I could pick it up and get through 3 chords.
There are some keys that are awkward. John Mayo always used to say some keys are awkward. And Jeremy as well he didn't want to play a piano in B. I remember rightly.
I don't blame him.
But this is a whole new peculiar world to me. I had no idea you had these sort of conversations. Who do you rate as the guitarist out there? Who do you think are the best guitarists?
Out there, where?
Out there in the big wide world.
Who do I rate? Bobby Parker, I suppose, is first class recommendation. Bobby Parker, Watch Your Step, his famous record is called Watch Your Step. And the other side of that is you'll enjoy.
We're going to go to the news now. When we come back, we're going to play one of your classic tracks, and we're going to get you guys to play live here in the studio, if that's okay. And you can play as many minor or major chords as you want. We're not going to hold you to anything there.
You won't know what.
If you want to just play the minors, I won't have the faintest idea.
I'll hold a chord.
I won't know whether it's in B or C. I haven't got any idea.
I can believe you.
All I know is I'll be tapping my toes. And I have Peter Green with Nigel and with Roger here in the studio. We're going to have some live music in just a moment. Tell me, guys, you know, the sort of music you're playing, I guess you describe it, is still blues, isn't it, really?
Blues-based, I think they call it.
Blues-based.
Yeah, they don't call it that sort of.
It's amazing how much music that, you know, has grown out of that, of the sort of blues background, isn't it, when you think about it? Not just popular rock and stuff, but the fact that it's still with us and people still, you know, love blues. What do you think is the reason for that? What's the perennial appeal of blues?
Perennial.
Feel.
and simplicity. There's so many things you can do just around two chords, and you never stop learning. You know,
Yeah.
you never change. You could go on for years, and you still find new things around that simple format. Feel is everything.
Is it harder to perform for that reason? Because I've always been struck by when you hear people singing blues and you think, you know, they're singing about genuine feelings. They're singing about, you know, a situation. Presumably, you have to recreate that when you're live there. Is that difficult? Is that hard to get in the right sort of mood?
No, not really. It just goes with the music, the pictures, you know. It's just the feel of how you play it.
Yeah.
You know.
I think you've got to have a feel for it, like every other kind of music. Some people do jazz and they get only, you know, they think like that.
Yeah.
And I think to play blues well, you've got to think like that. You've got to do something to you. You know. It means
Have you ever had the urge to start a song, Peter, with the words "woke up this morning"?
I've got one something like that.
something.
One similar to it.
The Radio 2 blues, you're saying? Woke up this morning, had to go on Radio 2.
He's got one called Went to Bed Last Night.
So that's like the prequel. that's getting you blowing early there, isn't it? Okay, well, listen, you're going to play some music for us now. We just had a sound check. It sounded fantastic, so home you're in for a real treat. Peter, what's the track you're going to play?
The track's Heart of Stone and a little bit of Albatross.
We're going to get a bit of Albatross at the end. So you're playing the Albatross acoustically. This must be... I would
Yeah,
have
it's
thought...
Nigel's idea. I wouldn't do it, but it comes off. We seem to be happy.
I stared at Nigel, you see. I bent into my
I'm
iron
not
will.
so keen on acoustic guitar, but it's good because they're the same volume. It's just good for that reason. If you on electric, someone can be louder than the other one. It's very easy for that to happen. But acoustic, it can't happen. So it's a bit of magic.
I get the feeling you're a very democratic kind of guy.
I don't know what democratic means.
Well, you know, everyone's has an equal say.
If they would, if God willing.
That's nice to know. Okay, here we go then. This is Heart of Stone, followed by, for the first time for many years, I imagine, acoustic Albatross. Take it away, guys.
You put salt in my water, and you put sugar in my soul. I can't fight you no more. You're making me feel old. I try to give you silver, but you only take gold. You're the cream in my coffee and the light in my day. You give me something to live for, and then you take it away. I try to give you love, but you turn it away. You got a heart of stone. You got a heart of stone. I'm gonna leave you alone. You got a heart of stone. Woman, you can be so mean. I keep a telling myself what a fool I've been. I'm gonna leave you alone with your heart of stone. I give you all my money and just throw it around. When I call you up, you'll know where to be found. of stone. You got a heart of stone. You got a heart of stone. You got a heart of stone.
Wow, that was quite something, wasn't it? That was fantastic. Thank you so much. It's incredible. That was really excellent stuff. To think, it's really weird to see that, you know, just three guys, three guitars and a couple of beaten up old mouth organs, and you can make such a...
So some of the boxes that are beaten up.
I was going to say three beaten up old guys, but I didn't. But what a fantastic sound. So if people want to see you live after that, which I suspect they will, you're playing, I believe, is it next weekend at the Guildford Festival?
Guildford Festival, Friday night, yeah.
And who's on the bill with you?
I think Jules Holland's on.
Wow, Jules is great.
Sir Bob Geldof.
You got Sir Bob Geldof there?
Yeah.
It's beaten up guys all round.
Dick
Beaten up
Turpin's
guys
going to
all
ride down there.
And I think Ian Dewey is playing the
Dick
weekend as well, I
Turpin's
think.
going to ride down there from Tibbet's Corner.
So we're going to have a little burst of something which will be familiar to all. This is, I had a theory a while ago that as a way of preventing road rage, they should have a device, but as soon as you get in the car, Albatross is played. Because it will calm you down and give you the right sort of vibe before you go out there driving amongst your fellow citizens. So you're going to give us a burst of this now, I believe.
Yeah, be all right.
Sure.
Yeah, we're going to give you a burst, yeah. Burst.
How many times have you played this, Peter, do you think?
About 5 million. It gets
Well, for
better every time now.
There you go, that's right.
There's more to be every time.
Like a wine, it improves. fantastic. That was beautiful and wonderful. And you would never know you played that 5 million times before. I mean, obviously, it was note perfect. I didn't mean it that way.
That's right.
I didn't mean you were lacking rehearsal, but
You did say you played it right 5 million times.
that sounded good. Do you? Is it strange when you play stuff which is from a long period ago?
A little bit strange. There's something strange about it. Yeah, something I haven't put a finger on yet. Yeah, it's a little bit strange.
There was, I mean, I've always loved the track, as I'm sure most people have, but there was one moment when it was very nearly ruined for me. It was years ago when I used to live in East London, and I was getting the tube in one morning, and it was very early morning, and there was a bloke on the other side of the platform. It was an empty platform, whistling it with like an ear-piercing intensity. You imagine Albatross being whistled. It was about 6:30 in the morning by a tone-deaf guy on the way to work. And I said, shut up, please, shut up. So it wasn't a good experience, but I'm pleased to say now you've exorcised that demon. That's gone now. You've done it for me. Guys, I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure the gig's going to be terrific next week. I'm not sure if I can make it down, but I'm certainly going to try to, especially 23rd. After that. The 23rd, it's in Guildford.
Guildford Festival.
And it's the Peter Green Splinter Group. Thank you, Nigel. Thank you, Roger, for coming down. Pleasure. And thank you very much, Peter.
Thank you.
Continued success.
You're welcome.